Hey, it's your friend Choice CJ here, and I am bringing you guys the next episode of my... Well, I guess it's not Climb to King of Games, it's just King of Games action. And if you did miss last episode, you missed a good one. We did succeed in getting to King of Games, which is pretty awesome. We used a fun variant of Cyber Angels. We added Venu by Bird of Divinity, and it actually synergized pretty well. So I do recommend you guys check that out. But yeah, now we're just going to play some games for fun in King of Games. And to start off, I am going to be using a Zombie Gemini deck that I've been messing around with. I had a decent amount of success with it just in playtesting. I actually tried to record an episode with this just now, but the episode went a little long and it didn't seem like it saved onto my phone. So we're going to try again, and I'm going to try and make this one a little shorter. But anyway, I don't know if I've determined the optimum build with this or not, or I can safely say I definitely have not. I still have a lot of work to do, but basically the deck revolves around Ill Blood, and this is a Gemini monster that when it gets its effect, you can special summon zombie-type monsters from your grave. And your opponent's grave too, I should add. So that's nice. But basically you want to summon this card. Mostly you're going to be summoning it with, I guess, Gizuki's effect is the way that this deck is set up. And then you've got a couple of targets that you really want to summon with Ill Blood. You've got Despair from the Dark, which is a nice big beater, 2800, bigger than Dakini, bigger than Red Eye Zombie Dragon. Even a Zombie Dragon with 1 beatdown boost cannot get over this. We also have 2 copies of Bone Crusher, because this will allow us to destroy spell and trap cards whenever it's special summoned by Ill Blood's effect, so that's quite nice. Got a copy of Supervise here to try and get off Ill Blood's Gemini effect more quickly, and it's also, you know, a nice card. You can special summon a normal monster from your grave when it's destroyed. We also have a copy of Call the Mummy, so if we have no monsters out, we can special summon our Ill Blood or our Despair from the Dark with no problem. And then I also have 1 copy of Birthright in here. I added this in the middle of my recording last episode. In theory, it should work with Ill Blood. I haven't actually confirmed, but I'm 99% sure that it does. And this might be another nice way to get out Ill Blood. So we can potentially mill Ill Blood with our Gizuki and then revive it back. But most of the time, I think we're going to want to try and summon Ill Blood from our hand. So I'm going to be milling things like Despair from the Dark and Bone Crusher, and trying to get those sorts of plays going as quickly as possible. So without further ado, let's just hop on into it. I'd like to get 3 to 4 duels. Last time I played against a couple of like really slow decks, so that's why my episode ended up going so long. And like I mentioned, it seems I've had this issue a couple times now, where if my recording goes too long, my iPhone has problems saving it. So I'd like to keep this at like 30 minutes or less if possible. So we'll see how much how much time my opponents give me. And we are playing Yugi Moto first, and we do get to go first, which is pretty nice. We're both playing Restart, it seems, and I did not draw Gizuki, so I'm going to restart, because I don't really have a great way of getting this deck going otherwise. I did have a copy of Samurai Skull in here, but I dropped it for another Despair from the Dark. Reason being that if I have 1 Despair in the Dark in the grave, and I want to summon my Ill Blood from my hand with Gizuki's effect, I don't have, like, I would have to banish the Despair from the Dark from my graveyard in order to do that. So we didn't draw great here, but at least we did get a Gizuki, so we can get some plays going. So immediately I'm going to mill Despair from the Dark, like I said. And, like, I apologize in advance if it bothers you that I keep on saying mill, because to me, I guess, like, strictly speaking, mill is like sending from the top of your deck to the graveyard. And I'm sending specific cards. Oh, am I really playing this? I just got mollywopped by this deck in my last recording, the one that failed. God, this deck destroyed me. I am not even joking. And like the guy last time, I forget what ability he was running. He was also running Restart. He's got Phoenix Gearfried sending out. But yeah, this guy just completely crushed me with this sort of deck in the last game. And he's got the Supervise, so when I destroy his Chemicritter, he can just immediately get out Phoenix Gearfried. And there's not a whole lot I can do about it. So that's really cruddy. But I do have a Despair from the Dark, so I can at least crash. Ooh, I like this. I can win this turn. Activate effect. Unless he's got a Karibo, then I do think that we can win here. So let's mill Gazuki. So I guess you guys may already see what I'm going for here, but in case you don't, then just go ahead and watch. So we'll summon our Bone Crusher. Not our Bone Crusher, our Despair from the Dark. Let's go ahead and attack over this guy. And he doesn't have a Karibo in hand, it seems. So yeah, now he can summon the Phoenix Gearfried, like I said. But now we can just Econ take his Gearfried. And that should be game. So we didn't even get off our core combos, but I think we're in a decent position here. And yep, that's game. Sweet. Didn't even let him get his shenanigans off. But like last time, he was able to use that Chemicritter card to like get a Darkstorm Engrave and like all these other things. He got out a Super Alloy so that all of his Gemini monsters had their effects, and I was almost in position to win, but I triggered his Mirror Wall, and he just like, you know, destroyed me. So I'm glad that we didn't have to repeat that, because it would have been pretty embarrassing for sure. But you know, what are you gonna do? Oh, as I'm watching this, the finals for MPL Majors just started, so I'm gonna try not to be distracted. It's Gypsy King versus Rizzi Pal. Both excellent players, both great guys in the community. So, hoping that you know, that turns into be a good game. I know that last season the game between Zazo and Gypsy was a little bit interesting. All right, so we got 5. So we're playing Dual Stand by Taya, and we draw really poorly. We draw all spell and traps. So let's go ahead and send those back and hope that we can get one monster or 2 monsters. And yeah, this is looking pretty ideal. So if it's Taya with Dual Standby, no fusion deck, it's probably Mill. So if it's Mill, what do I want to do? I'm going to activate Call of the Mummy, I think, no matter what. And I'm going to activate this and summon Despair from the Dark. And then I'm going to summon Gazuki, but I don't think I'm going to activate its effect. Not till next turn when I know if this is Mill or not. Because this sort of deck pretty much auto-loses to Mill. So that's very annoying. What other decks could it be that's Dual Standby? I mean, there's some weird stuff. It could be like Hunders or something. It seems to be Karibo Detonate. So let's see how this goes. So it plays Multiply. Yeah, I think the Detonate's coming out here. So, okay, so at least it's not Mill. But this is not going to go very well. Oh, he banishes a bunch of stuff for the Atmosphere. Okay. I don't think I really know what this card does. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster you control, so you can card that target to this card. Kane's attack and defense. Ooh, okay. This is not going to go well. This is going to go quite poorly. He's going to take from my Despair from the Dark, and he will be at 3,800, and that is too many attack points. Wow. Okay, so he's got the ability to destroy my Gazuki. Oh. Siri, I don't want to talk to you. Sorry about that. Okay, so he destroys that. So yeah, I'm gonna lose to this. It's a pretty neat little gimmick deck. I don't know how I can win this. So yeah, this needs to be special summoned from the graveyard by the effect of a zombie monster. Yeah, there's no way I can win. Let's just go ahead and surrender. Oh man, that was something. So one quick loss. You know, that was we had one quick win before that, so I guess it's only appropriate that we get a quick loss. But I'm already happier with this episode. We are off to a very good pace. 2 games in less than 10 minutes. So we'll see if we can get another 2 more. And even if these games take like 5 to 10 minutes each, I'm not going to be that upset about it. But yeah, whew, holy crud. Like, I don't really know what I could have done to prevent that, to be honest. Like, I think he just drew really well. You know, I guess that's why he's running dual standby, to give him as many combo pieces as possible. But Karibo Atmosphere, very interesting. Lots of creative decks for sure. Yeah, so I feel like I need to add my other copy of Samurai Skull back. No, I guess after I restarted, it worked out for me. So let's go ahead and start off by sending. I think I want to send Despair from the Dark. And then let's do this, and end my turn. So Paradox Bros, was he balanced or anything? Did I get to see? No, he's not balanced. Oh, he's 3SD. Very interesting. I haven't seen 3SD ninjas in a long time. I played this deck a lot last month. It was really fun. But he's going to be able to set Ninjutsu Art of Alchemy. If you control a Ninjutsu card, destroy... Okay, that seems like pretty cool. Allows him to turbo through his deck. Because now he can send Notebook, draw 2, and if he drew into a Black Dragon Ninja or a Red Dragon Ninja, he can go ahead and summon them. So let's see how this goes for him. Yeah, the control build had become very popular with the triple Shadow Ceiling. You're actually not running any Ninjutsu Arts of Transformations in that version, but 3SD is making a little bit of a comeback, I think. Just because Cyber Angels don't seem quite as good. Or, you know, they're potentially not going to be as good. Oh, this stinks. One Ninja or Ninjutsu Art card. Yeah, so he's going to be able to get rid of my Mirror Wall. Not great. So you can put that on the bottom of the deck. So he'll be able to attack over my Gozuki, but the good thing is that I can... What do I want to... Yeah, so I definitely want to activate the effect. But the question is, do I summon Despair from the Dark? Or do I summon Bone Crusher? No, I don't think there's any point in summoning Bone Crusher, because this says just from the... You summon from the graveyard by the effect of a zombie-type monster. So I'm not going to be able to get its effect to pop anything by summoning it from my hand. Maybe I should drop to 1 copy of Bone Crusher. It's tough to say. Do get an anti-magic arrows. Yeah. I think if we attack with... I think if we do this, we're in good shape. So let's go into this. Activate anti-magic arrows, and we should win, unless he's got a Sphere Karibo. That's the bad thing about 3SD, is that you don't have very many life points to work with. So, really nice draw, getting that anti-magic arrows there. It was really clutch. And we have another very speedy game. That was 3 minutes. Maybe we'll do a 5th game. Maybe we do finally hit 100 wins. That's great. We get our next super rare ticket. I think I'm going to get Amazon Swordswoman, just because these burn and mill decks that have been going around are like really hard to deal with. They seem really potent. And like I know that they're not the most fun to play against. But, like, you know, if you're trying to build the best decks that are out there, you know, it makes sense to have the best cards. So, I'm not saying I'm going to get to King Games next season with Burn, but I just want to be prepared. So I've got Call the Mummy plus Ill Blood, which is not bad. I didn't see if I'm going first or second, to be honest. In any case, I think I'm going to restart, because I want the Gozuki, just because I feel like I know how this deck plays when I get Gozuki. Okay, we got almost the exact same hand. And we do go first, so that's not amazing. But at least we can get a monster out. We're not completely SOL. So let's go ahead and activate this. Summon our Ill Blood. And we also can normal summon it and set our Wall Disruption and be in good shape. So we're playing Seto Kaiba, so is this going to be Red Eye's Beatdown? Seems fairly likely. Because what else would you run Seto Kaiba with Beatdown? I guess you could run the Turias, you could run Phoenix. But no, it does seem to be Red Eye Zombies. I guess we'll see what monster he sends here. But if he sends Bacon Saber, yeah. So this is almost certainly Red Eye Zombie. So you do get Despair from the Dark. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and activate it. Oh, that's kind of cheeky. I could summon his Bacon Saver. Do I want to do that, though? No, I think I'm just going to go with the Despair from the Dark. To do this. So what do we think his face down is? So the Red Eyes decks, they only really run Spirit and Mirror Wall for back row. I think I'm pretty happy to just try and run over his Gazuki with my 2 cards here. Because he can definitely cancel the 1 attack with Bacon Saver. Just please don't be Wall of Disruption. Okay, so he does that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and wait. I'm not going to try and attack into a Mirror Wall with my Ill Blood, because if my Ill Blood gets destroyed, then my Despair from the Dark gets destroyed. That's kind of the one downfall with this effect. When this card leaves the field, destroy all zombie-type monsters special summoned by this card's effect. So at least we got rid of the Bacon Savers. We don't have to worry about that anymore. He does send the Red Eyes Zombie. He sends out a Wyvern, and he does have the Spirit. Okay, so this is great. We have Wall of Disruption. If he doesn't have Anti-Magic Arrows, we pretty much win this turn. So fingers crossed that we've got this. He's playing pretty fearlessly. Battle and no Anti-Magic Arrows. Yep, we're in business. We've declared battle. And this is the other reason I really wanted to burn the Bacon Saver, so that he couldn't... what do you call it? He couldn't negate his own attack. Like, there's no way we can lose this now. It's pretty much impossible. Wall of Disruption is so good versus Red Eyes decks. This is excellent. And, and I'm not saying that I know how to play well around Wall of Disruption. I really don't have much experience versus it yet. But clearly this guy walked right into it. So now he's trying to figure out what the hell he's supposed to do. He's waiting for a response. He definitely quit. We're about to see a DC here. He closed that app. And I don't blame him. Like what is he supposed to do? He just loses next turn. There's no card. Yeah, so that was another turn 3 victory. So this is the 4th game now where it's been over before turn 4. So that's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and do one more. We're only 17 minutes in here. I think we can very comfortably get a 5th game. This is already going better than last episode. This is already going better than my previous attempt to record this same episode, because it took 45 minutes and I went 1-3, and here we are 18 minutes in approximately, and we've gone 3-1 so far. So already looking nice. Even if we lose this game, I'm not going to be that sad. We're going up against another Taya deck. We are going first. So I wonder what this is going to be. We drew both of our Despair from the Darks, which kind of sucks. I'm going to restart. If I don't draw a Gazuki, I'm going to regret this a little bit, but I think it's worth it. Okay, this is better. Because at least we still have an Econ. Alright, so let's go ahead, and now we're going to mill Despair from the Dark. And this is once again a dual standby, like I said. So we'll see how this goes. Last time we played this was the Karibo Atmosphere, but this guy's got the Pump King mat and the Pump King sleeve, so it's not the same person at least. No, this seems to be Mill. Running those Cup of Aces. So, again, this is probably going to be a pretty quick game. Sets the Worm. Let's just hope she doesn't have a Chain Destruction back there. Yeah, this is definitely not looking good for me. This is looking very, very bad for me. I don't think there's almost no way I'm gonna be able to win. I already know. I can already tell. We get Call the Mummy, which is a worthless card in this scenario. So let's see. What should we do? Because, to start getting off our plays, we really need to get an Ill Blood out. Which is not going to be easy. Whoops. Sorry about that. Thanks, Taya. I'm just gonna summon Gazuki and just like I don't know what else I can do besides just attack. Like obviously I don't need like a ton of attack points on the board. Like all that I need, yeah. So it's Faint Plan, and like it's true that Cyber Angels are gonna get hit soon. So, like these sorts of Faint Plan mill decks are gonna get a little better. But just with the presence of Dakini alone, like, I don't understand why you run this mill deck. Like, that's why I think the extra is a little bit better, because it's built to beat Cyber Angels. It uses Massive Morph, and he's got Lava Golem. Well, at least I can tribute this. So that's something. So, let's go ahead and get out my Bone Crusher, because why not? Yeah, I'm going to keep the Ill Blood in hand because I want to sacrifice the Lava Golem. But yeah, like the Massive Morph just worked a whole lot better versus Cyber Angels because you don't rely on what do you call it? Shit. I'm totally blanking. Like you don't rely on getting your destroyed by battle effects from Worm. Yes, so we're going to take 1,000 points, which is not great. But then we contribute summon our Ill Blood, which I'm okay with. So now we can normal summon, get rid of Lava Golem, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's awesome. Just don't be Floodgate. Okay, it doesn't seem to have Floodgate. We're just going to straight up attack. And does this person have another Faint Plan? And they do. So I mean, honestly, if I just keep on waiting until I draw into Anti-Magic Arrows, I could eventually just go off and potentially get game when I get the Anti-Magic Arrows. all of my speedy duels were to make up for the fact that this is going to be a 15-minute duel to end the episode. So, let's see here. So I can at least start destroying some of this back row, or at least trying to. So we can go ahead and normal summon. Like the way that this guy is playing, it's making me think he's got like Floodgate back there. Let's summon this from the grave. We can destroy one of those back rows. What are we gonna destroy? Closest to the deck sounds good. I mean, but here's the problem. If it's Assault on GHQ, which is exactly what it is. Like, now he can just destroy something. He can destroy his Worm, and he's going to send 5 cards from my deck to the grave. So, not looking super duper good here. Oh, awesome. We get to summon... I didn't think we would get this effect off. We get to summon this. Excellent. Depending upon what this face down card is, we actually have a chance right now to win. Yeah, let's summon with attack with Bone Crusher. Oh, he's got the Windstorm. Okay. Well, that's fine. So yeah, I think we actually have a decent chance here because we got off that very lucky mill. So cross your fingers. Sets a monster face down. Now this is looking tougher. This is looking a little bit tougher. Yeah, he's just did get out the Heroes Shadow Scout. Alright, so... And of course we didn't draw into the Anti-Magic Arrows. Did I mill the Anti-Magic Arrows? I don't know. About to end the turn. Let's see here. Okay, there's the Anti-Magic Arrows. Alright, so we didn't mill it. So let's see, how do we win this turn? Change to attack position, change to attack position. Unless it's another Faint Plan, I do think we lose. What do we have in the grave here? See, I don't want to summon Bone Crusher and then have him activate Faint Plan. So here's what we'll do. We will summon Gazuki. And let's go to the battle phase. And, okay, we got this. So here's what we do. We activate anti-magic arrows. Unless it's a hero's face down, then we lose. And then none of this matters. But if it's a worm, I think we've got this. It's a Jowls. So, let's see. How do we play around this? So I think we attack over heroes. Oh, wait, no, fuck. Pardon my language, but because I anti-magic arrows, I can't econ take the thing back. Darn it. So as long as he's got a or as long as he's got a heroes, then we do lose right now. Ah, damn it. Yeah, there's no way I could have gotten around that. Okay, so now he's got a second assault on GHQ, so we do lose. So I definitely misplayed there, but I don't know. I don't know if there was a way I could have played that where I won. Because, so, what I was going to do is I was then going to, like, take the hero's Shadow Scout, because I thought that would have given me game. But he had the Jowls face down, so there's nothing I was going to be able to do. And that stinks. Well, you know, again, like I said, this is a really bad matchup, so I don't feel all that bad that we lost that. And we still went 3-2 in the episode, which is pretty fine. You know, I'm willing to accept that with a pretty fun deck. I know that there's some people who've been pretty successful with this deck. There's been a few King of Games deck lists that I've seen this month so far. But, you know, I'm just playing it for fun, and definitely had a good time. Even in that mill match, you know, I thought I had a chance there, but, oh well, what are you going to do? Anyway, I do want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I do have something pretty fun planned for the next episode, so I hope you're looking forward to it. Make sure you check back the channel for other gaming and Pokemon content as well. And until the next time, I'll see you guys later.